This media is brought to you by Polyscope.
In the realm of tomorrow, where techniques mind, we ponder, we dream.
Welcome to show 1055, A Think Future. Thanks for joining us. Now, a little while back, I was talking about humans as LLMs. Humans as LLMs, because we kind of learn in a very similar way to the way LLMs work. And maybe one of the reasons why LLMs are so similar to us is that we learn in a similar way to LLMs. So if we learn in a similar way to LLMs, and LLMs are similar to us, generative AI can create facsimile humans like us, then could we conceivably actually create a full-blown human being? And instead of creating a whole full-blown virtual human being that doesn't have any other existence other than this surface existence that you've given it, and we've seen people create avatars and things like that online that seem to be real. Could we create a human being? Could we replicate? Could we synthesize a human being who is an exact duplicate of a currently existing human being? And the reason why I suggest that was because it's a lot easier to come up with a more fully fleshed virtual human being when you have a virtual human being to copy from, as opposed to creating somebody brand new. I mean, you could conceivably ask an author, ask a writer who's great at creating characters, who'd be able to write out an entire character, an entire life story of a character, and then build that person into this virtual avatar, this virtual human, this synthesized human that we're creating. But if you ask me, it's probably easier to just take a regular human like myself and put them into the replicator and have them look at my entire past history. Might be more difficult for me because I'm a little bit older. Let's pick somebody who's a little bit younger, maybe who has a massively huge digital footprint from birth. And they've just mentioned that Generation Beta, which is the next generation after Generation Alpha, is starting to be born in the year 2025. They made 25 the cutoff. So in 2025, this year, we are now being flooded with Generation Beta children. So these Generation Beta children will be growing up in a world where AI is ubiquitous. They will not have experienced a world without AI. Maybe if we took one of these Generation Beta children and took their data from birth, basically recorded their entire lives from birth, that at some point, maybe 20 years from now, maybe by 2050, we'd be able to recreate a full-blown virtual version of this Generation Beta child, who would not be a child any longer when they're 25, of course. So in 2050, we can have 25 years of data on a human being, and we can recreate that human being perfectly. I think we can probably do it before then, and if we could synthesize a human being, virtually synthesize a human being based on a copy or on something somebody has imagined, should we do that? And if we do that, would it have the same rights as a human being? See, folks, we're getting into the point right now where we have to start thinking about this. And I don't think we should think about a should we. I think we should think about let's do it and see if it's possible. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.
Pixels and philosophies merge and mold, a future untold, unseen.